There we go. Alright, go ahead.
His palms are perspirated. His knees and arms are weakened from physical stress. There is bile on his outward clothing already. It is his mother's spaghetti dinner. He is nervous, but visibly he looks calm. He is ready to drop verbal attacks on his opponent, but he is forgetting the lyrics that he's written down, and the whole crowd is very audible. He begins to attempt to speak, but stage fright is taken over. As I repeat, he is
he is quite nervous.
As I repeat, he is quite nervous, which has led to a bout of stage fright. The crowd has begun to heckle him verbally. The time of competition has run out, and it is over. Blow.
Alright, you gotta find a rap. Find a rap for me, and I'll try to do that for you. Just pick a random one that you think it would be funny.
Oh, I know one.
Oh, people, for all those who will end up seeing this, we are reading rap lyrics, very literally, very white guy version. So.
Alright, right there.
Which one am I getting? Which one is this?
It's Love the Way You Lie. Just started the actual rap part.
I can't tell you what it really is?
Yes.
Okay. I can't quite put my finger on it. What's happening right now? I can only inform you what it would be to be in my shoes. And right now, it's as if there is a sharp object lodged in my windpipe. I can't get air into my lungs. But I still will use fisticuffs while I can hold them up. That was rough.
It's like he's literally drowning. My windpipe is in pain, and I cannot breathe. Though I will still flail with fisticuffs as long as I am able.
There you go, as long as I'm able. Alright. As long as breaking the law... as long as breaking the law feels like the correct course of action,
Okay.
it's like I'm on an airplane.
The elevation of breaking the law is similar to flying in an airplane.
Using love as my form of narcotics and hate as my supplement for my alcoholism. It's like, once again, huffing paint. And I love it because I'm more of a masochist like that. I can't breathe. And right before I'm about to stop breathing while underwater, she uses CPR on me, but she does not like it. Nor me.
Once again, he's just drowning.
She resuscitates me, she fucking hates me. I was like, she uses CPR on me and
like
does not like it.
It's like he's drowned at the local pool.
This is how he's going down.
I have drowned and she has used CPR, but she does not like it for she is paid $7.25 an hour.
She is not thrilled about this. This reminds me of running lyrics through Google Translate. That's what it said. That's exactly what it is. So thank you for calling us Google.
My Google.
All right, she fucking hates me.
It's terrible.
I enjoy it verily, but wait. To where are you going? I'm leaving you. No, you are in fact not leaving me, return.
For a second, I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about? What part of the song is this?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, it's the dialogue." In there.
Yeah, no, you ain't come back. All right, we are returning back quickly. Here we go again. I'm out of lyrics. All right, so
All right.
here,
I know the next one. That
Okay.
I'm gonna
yeah,
do.
do your next one.
It's also Eminem.
This is fantastic. I love it.
It's also Eminem. I don't know why Eminem's stuff is just all really fun to do. Literally.
Is that or like 50 Cent? It would be a really funny thing. Oh, I'm doing that next. Okay, I'm doing
Stan by Eminem.
Stan. Okay.
Yeah. Dear the artist known as Slim, I have sent you correspondence. Sorry, dear Slim,
Already
I've
great.
sent you correspondence, but I have yet to receive a phone call for you as promised. I left my contact information at the bottom of the letter, and I sent 2 more letters back in the month of autumn, but I do not believe you received them.
The month of autumn.
It was probably an issue with the U.S. Postal Service. Sometimes I write the addresses with poor penmanship when I am in a hurry. But all that is forgiven. What has been going on in your life? How is your daughter? I have a girlfriend that is also pregnant with child, so I am also going to be a father. And if I have a daughter, then I will name her Bonnie. I read about your uncle Ronnie. I had been informed that he killed himself over love issues. And I empathize with said issues.
With said issues.
I know you are probably told this often and frequently, but I am in fact your biggest fan. I even have the earlier works of yours that are not officially under the recording label that you did with the artist known as Scam.
Mm.
I have a room full of posters and memorabilia of you that shows my devotion to your artistry.
This sounds like a very nice letter.
It is. It's a very gentlemanly letter.
You have to say, ah, yes, quite.
I also like the things you did with... I like the tracks you did with the artist known as Ruckus as well. Those songs were indeed very acceptable.
Very.
Anyways, I hope you receive this correspondence and return with correspondence of your own. This is your, as I've said before, your biggest fan, Stan.
Alright, find me the 50 Cent one where it's In the Club. Find me In the Club by 50 Cent.
I want to do the last lyric.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because
Sure.
where Stan goes crazy.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because we're going to still be gentlemen. Stan is a gentleman and a consummate professional.
A gentleman bandit.
Dear, and I say this in a sarcastic note, Mr. Bourgeoisie of Artists, this will be the last correspondence that I will send you. It has been 6 months, and I have not heard anything. Do I not deserve your respect?
Ooh, cutting deep.
I am aware, to my own belief, that you have received my last 2 letters, because I wrote the addresses perfect to negate the reference earlier of my poor penmanship. So now I am currently recording a cassette to you, and I hope that you will hear it. I am in an automobile right now, and I'm far exceeding the speed limit. Dear artist known as Slim, I've also ingested far too much alcohol to be moving at such speeds. Are you aware of the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night? It is about a man who could have saved another man from drowning, but did not. And then Phil Collins, the artist, at a show, allegedly approached the man as he recognized him and fuck, I'm trying to think of words.
Are you fine?
And chastised him for his lack of action. I believe this is a metaphor for our relationship, as you could have also saved me from drowning, and now I will chastise you for your lack of action.
Ooh. Man, he's like hitting it on the ones and twos.
All I required was a simple letter or phone call. I want you to know that I have removed all the memorabilia from my home.
Such a weird threat.
I felt feelings for you that were far beyond friendly.
Ooh.
And now, those feelings have been cast asunder.
Like sexual feelings?
I hope that this moment in time will cause you deep unrest and lack of sleep. I hope that your conscience will impress upon you the failure of your own inaction.
Oof. Damn.
See, Slim, be quiet, wife. I am trying to speak, as this audio recording is very important to me. That is my wife, whom I have locked in the automobile storage unit in the back. But I did not commit homicide. I simply bound her bound her arms and legs and put her in the trunk. Because I am not like you. Because if she suffocates, it will cause greater harm and then she will die. And I am not one who wishes to cause extreme harm.
Damn, that's a long song.
I am almost at the bridge now, attempting to remove the car from the roadway. But oh no, I have miscalculated how I will in fact send this tape to you. That's the lyric. It wasn't as funny this time.
Hey, that just got real. That's okay. People watching, that's alright. Sometimes shit gets real. Sometimes Stan doesn't think things through. And you can't help it. Alright, 50 Cent in the club.
Alright, here we go.
I'm gonna kind of sing it like Robert Goulet.
Oh, God.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Here we go. Go, attractive, short female. It's your day of birth. We're gonna celebrate accordingly. We're going to drink Bacardi accordingly. And you know, we don't really give a hoot if it's not the right day to be doing this. Hook! You can locate me somewhere in the discotheque. Bottle full of expensive champagne. Look, woman who could be my mom. It says mommy, I don't know what to say.
Look, female whom I am using the mother parlance to describe.
Look, female who I'm using the mother parlance to describe. I have the narcotics if you're into taking narcotics.
Look, I have them.
I have them. I'm into the rough form of lovemaking, not the gentler side of lovemaking. I don't even like referring to it as lovemaking. So come give me a hug if you're into getting sexually aroused down there.
In your genitalia.
You can locate me in the discotheque, bottle full of expensive champagne. Look, female that I'm using the mother parlance for. I got the narcotics if you're into taking narcotics. Once again, I repeat, I'm into the rough form of making love, not making love the soft way, and I don't like referring to it as such. So come give me a hug if you're into getting sexually rubbed down there. What are you reading the first rules? Be careful, it could be a tranny. That's what he says. When I pull up in my car outside of the club, you see my Benz sitting on some very expensive rotating tires. When I roll through a large group of people who are gathered around to see me, they also happen to be carrying knives in the discotheque. It says, when I roll 20 deep, it's 20 knives in the club. So I don't know how to say it. Sorry, folks. Niggas. Sorry.
No, you gotta go with Negroes.
Negroes heard that I like to mess around with Dr. Dre. Now, they want to show me affection because I do such things. When you sell, like, Marshall Mathers, the women are very into you sexually.
As they believe you would be a consummate provider.
As they believe you'd be a consummate provider. Thank you for the add-on. But listen, close friend, nothing has changed. Women are up for most things, and our money is up in the stock market. I see the artist referred to as Exhibit on the dance floor. And so I say to him calmly, "Hey nigga, roll the weed up." He's quoting him.
It's a quote.
It's a quote. You gotta be real about the quote. That's proper grammar, folks. I see Exhibit on the dance floor, and so jauntily I say, "Hey, Negro, would you politely pack up our illegal our illegal greenery?" It would be best if it was put into its capsule. If you're observing how I like to sashay my hips, you'll mistake me for someone who is a womanizer and or a Mac/pimp. I have been shot with a few of the shells from a gun, and now I walk with issues, with an impairment. It's very difficult on my knees.
Just that digression in the song. It's very difficult on my knees.
This is the backup singer says it. In my neighborhood in Los Angeles, they like to say, 50, you are very attractive. They enjoy me, and I want them to love me like they enjoyed Tupac. But when I'm in New York, the Negroes, they'll tell you I'm not quite right in the head.
That is a lie.
My plan is to put the rap game, as they call it, into an armbar. chokehold.
It's the cop in pilots.
I wanted to be very specific about what he's doing. Listen, I am fully focused. And man, I can't tell you how often I think about money. I've gotten $1 million deal for my latest hit record. And I'm still busting my ass out there. Now, the short, attractive woman, sorry. She said that she was enjoying my style and demeanor. And so she is feeling said style and demeanor. Her girlfriend is also willing to sleep with me, and she's getting ready. You can locate me in the discotheque. Bottle full of expensive champagne. It's very expensive.
Bottle full of expensive champagne.
That's the first part of my time. Alright. Here, you get one. Because go through that whole song, it'll take forever. I'm trying to think. I almost want to find you a song, and you find me a random song. But trying to think of what would be better. It's still pointed at me, so don't worry.
Alright. This is I'm on a boat from the Lonely Island.
Oh.
I am on a vessel, derogatory term for person who copulates with their mother. And please observe me. I am cruising very straightly in the ocean. I have made 5 knots, sailor's knots to be sure, and the wind is blowing my coat in an acceptable manner. No one has the ability to halt my progress, for I am on a vessel. Take a photograph, for I am on a vessel. We are drinking champagne that is very expensive, for I am on a vessel. I also have swimming gear and recreational flip-flops. And while I am grilling delicious hamburgers, you are at your job making photocopies. I am riding a dolphin. It is performing many aquatic stunts. The water has splashed and soaked everyone thoroughly. But this is not the park known as SeaWorld. This is, in fact, the real ocean. For I am on a vessel, and I do not wish you to forget that fact.
This is the real ocean. That's what I like.
I am on a vessel, and it is going very fast. I have a nautical-themed pashmina rug. I believe myself to be of king status of the entire world, for the vessel experience is so great, that I also feel like Leonardo DiCaprio as he starred in the Titanic, to quote the famous scene. If you are on the beach or any shoreline or coastal line, then you do not feel like me, for you are not on a vessel. I do not wish to return to land, because I am on a vessel. I do not enjoy trees, for I climb sea buoys. I am on the deck of my vessel with my close friends.
Oh.
The vessel's engine that allows propulsion is making a pleasable sound. Mother, if you could observe me now on my vessel, with my arms spread wide on the starboard bow, I am feeling so elated that I believe that in my own metaphoric fantasy, that I could levitate this boat to the moon. But I am not aware of the technical ability to do such. Much like Kevin Garnett, I believe anything is possible. To quote T-Pain.
Oh, that's always a good one to quote.
I never believed I would be on a vessel. The ocean is very similar to a road, except it is colored blue and very wavy. Great Olympian sea god Poseidon, I wish you also to observe me. I never believed that I would live my life in a day in which a large vessel would be bestowed upon me. And I wish you, and this is important, to believe my assertion that I have in fact copulated with the mythical aquatic creature known as a mermaid.
That's good to know. Alright, what song should I do?
What song should you do?
Yeah, what would be a good one?
I don't know.
What's up, MK Kennedy?
What's up, somebody?
You got yourself 5 likes, Alec.
Woo!
You got a few people watching. You got 5 likes.
All right.
6 likes. Somebody heard us. Somebody heard us. Boom. Our Red Sox fan. Oh, there are not 7. What is this? What song did you pick? This is gonna be fun. The next poem I shall be reciting is about throwing objects onto the ground.
Oh, is it the classic poem "Cast It on the Ground"?
Cast it on the ground.
It's very good.
Okay. So I gotta figure this out. Okay. I was casually walking through the city streets, and a man walked up to me, and he hands me the latest energy drink that has just recently come out. He says it'll make me run faster and jump higher. So I inform him, "Sir, I'm not going to let you poison me." So I cast it on the floor. I informed him that you must think that I am some sort of court jester. And I'm not going to be part of your government conspiracy. Man. So I informed him, casually take your latest energy drink and go inject it with an IV into another sucker's veins. Next, later that day, I walked to my favorite hot dog stand, and the vendor behind the stand says, "Hey, you come here all the time. Here's a hot dog for free." And I said, "Excuse me, sir. What do I appear to be? A homeless person?" So I took it and I cast it on the floor. I informed him that I don't need any charity. I said, "I am an adult male. Please. I don't want you to buy me this hot dog." it makes me feel worse about myself. Later on, I went to the farmer's market with my girlfriend, but we haven't really made it official yet.
I like that addition. But we have not made it official.
She calmly hands me her cell phone and says, "Your father's calling you." So I look at it, and then I look back to her, and I inform her, "This is not my dad." I correct her and I say, "This is a cell phone. Idiot." So I cast my phone on the floor. And I asked her, "Do you think that my intelligence is substandard?" I'm not going to be part of your government conspiracy also. You also believe it. My father is not a cellular device.
So,
Duh. So some person who is posing as somebody else hands me a pastry at a birthday party. And so I stare him in the face and ask him politely, "What do you expect me to do with this? Consume it?" So I tell him after I take it, you know, "Happy birthday" to the floor. I launched the rest of the cake as well. I informed him, "Welcome to the real world, donkey." There are so many things that a person can cast onto the floor.
Here are many examples.
Here are many examples. And even that. I'm an adult male. 2 people in Hollywood who claim that they have a place in the business but don't factually do tried to give me their autograph. Floor. I informed them that nobody in their right mind would want said autograph. You guys are not nearly as famous as you have informed yourself to be. Then these 2 Hollywood phonies got up. It turns out that these phonies had an electrical stunning device. They used it on me in my nether region. My butt. So then I collapsed upon the floor. These fakers didn't let up. They kept using the stun device on my butthole.
On my rectum.
On my rectum. My rectal area. Taint. Repeatedly. I was yelling quite loud, and I was trying to get away, but my rectum was ablaze. The moral of the story is, you can't trust the government. Man. Alright.
Alright.
There we go.
What should I do?
Jizz in my pants.
You beat me to it. I was thinking, like, alright.
Now we're on the Lonely Island, so. I'm not gonna be part of the system, man! Hope you all are enjoying this.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
My direct field of vision has aligned with yours across the discotheque. I quickly drink my alcoholic beverage while music plays quite loudly. I wish to hold your hand, but I do not wish to know your name, and do not wish you to know my name. For I believe this is a silly endeavor. We then peruse our way through the crowded dance floor. The club, in this metaphor, is the sky, and I am in an elevated cloud amongst that sky. We begin to dance close. As our physical bodies touch, I believe that God's messengers would cry in revelation at this glorious moment. Now we are leaving the club. We are preparing to leave the club and return to your domicile. For the first time, we kiss of the night. I am anticipating the rest of the evening's copulations.
Take care, Al.
You whisper in my ear that you whisper an implication in my ear that you also wish to copulate. And at that moment, I involuntarily ejaculate my trousers. I inform you that this is not an often occurrence, and that I am very apologetic of this, as I believe it to be absurd. But I must also emphasize that as you bear some responsibility by the sensual way that you dance. And upon that remembrance, I have once again involuntarily ejaculated my trousers.
I do believe I've ejaculated my pantaloons.
Do not tell your friends of this embarrassing moment, or I shall say you are promiscuous. I also re-emphasize it is your fault for caressing my buttocks. For my nerves are very for my prostate is overly sensitive, and some would believe that to be a positive. Now I must return to my domicile and change.
Are you gonna get some things at the grocery?
Yes. I require a few items at the grocery store. Most of my activities are done solidarily. A recent breakup has left me emotionally fragile. But I find myself surprised when my direct field of vision locks in with the checkout counter clerk, whom I believe to be beautiful. My emotions feel stunned, elated, and confused. For I never believed that I could feel love again. But I believe that the look in her eyes insinuates that she wishes for a companion as well. For though this could also be my projection upon her. Then she turned to me and spoke directly to my face, whether I wished to pay with cash or credit, and at that moment I involuntarily ejaculated into my pants. I believe myself to be perfectly normal, and that there is nothing wrong with me. But we are in fact going to need a cleanup on aisle 3. And now I am in an awkward stance, due to muscle tension relaxation because I have involuntarily ejaculated in my pants. I would like at this moment to emphasize that you hold some of the blame for this, as I believe you were flirting a lot. The way that you put my items into the grocery bag, I believe to be overly sensual.
Classic.
And at this moment, I partake your disgust to be a falsehood, as I believe you were impressed by what I have just accomplished. And to answer your previous question, I will be paying with a check. Last week, I saw a movie. It was a horror movie. I walked outside and it was raining. I then checked my cellular phone and I saw that you had attempted to contact me. And at this, I involuntarily ejaculated into my pants. I am driving very quickly in a car, quicker than I ought to. I'm seeking to run away from something that I'm not specific about in this song. Then, on the radio, a song with a particular nostalgia has begun to play, and at this moment, I have unintentionally ejaculated into my pants. On the next day, my alarm goes off in the morning, and once again, I unintentionally ejaculated into my pants. In another moment, I opened a window to my home, and a refreshing breeze had blown inside. And at that moment, I once again accidentally ejaculated into my trousers.
It changes from pants to trousers.
When the actor Bruce Willis, in his titular role, was dead at the end of the film The Sixth Sense, I accidentally ejaculated into my trousers.
Can't tell you how many times that happens.
I just consumed a grape, and this has caused me to once again accidentally ejaculate into my trousers. I was preparing to go somewhere, and just the mere attempt caused me to accidentally ejaculate into my trousers. To the narrator of the song, can we for one moment be very serious, as I wish to get across a point? I involuntarily ejaculate in my trousers at every moment you are in my proximity. When we are holding hands, it causes me to experience a sense of sexual euphoria. You may say that I have a premature ejaculation issue, but I just believe it to be a heightened sexual state. I wear a condom at all moments of the day, as it is vitally important. Because, to reiterate, I accidentally ejaculate into my pants. Yes, I accidentally ejaculate into my pants. And then the last line is, ah!
That's great. I enjoy it, especially towards the end there. That last half. So that was really funny.
I accidentally.
I'm trying to think of one I can do now. Tell me, you son of a bitch.
It's Paper Planes by MIA.
I float through the air like those paper planes that people make.
Mm-hmm. So you're going for a more conversational tone this time?
It's hard not to.
That is true.
Like for this one, at least this portion. I fly like a paper plane. And when I am high on narcotics, I feel as if my body is as high as like an actual plane.
Oh, yeah?
If you run into me at like a border, don't worry, I have my visa and my name's on it, so. If you come around, you know, where I usually hang, I make paper planes all day. I'll get one down in a second if you would calmly sit over there and wait. I'll get one down in a second if you would sit over there calmly and wait. Sometimes when I'm sitting on trains, I think to myself, you know, like every stop, I think, man, I am participating in a very difficult game of life. You know, it would be nice, like when I'm thinking about it, if everyone could be a winner, but no such luck.
None.
None. I am a bona fide hustler because I am very skilled at hustling people. Oh, I'm a bona fide hustler because I'm very skilled at hustling people. Let's just say it twice. All I would like to do is get drugs or just take your money, okay? All I want to do is just take your money. All I'm here for is your money. I'm just here for the money. This part of my poem's more abstract. Pirate skulls and bones. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but that's not what I'm talking about. Sticks and stones in my life are more like weed and bongs. Because when we're running with the bongs, we smoke out of them. It's lethal, this poison that we're putting into our bodies right now.
This literally sounds like a horrible valedictorian speech at a high school.
Are you sure? No one on the corner near my house has the ability to walk so calmly and coolly down the street like my friends and I. If you need to get in contact with me, if you want to just call me on my prepaid burner phone from Walmart, it's wireless. You know what? Our weed business, our narcotics business as well, we're almost as good as the U.S. postal system.
Our success rate is comparable.
It is comparable to it, and we deliver in a similar daily basis. Not Sundays. So since we are already on our way to jail, we might as well keep making a lot of money. All I want to do is take your money. Said that. Repeat 4 times.
Repeat 4 times.
I think that's probably the end of that one. Let me see. There's got to be a bet. We got to think of a good one. What would be a funny one just to hear you read it? I'm trying to think. Let's see. One sec. We're good.
Okay, I know.
Which one are you going with?
I'm going to go with Heartless by Kanye West.
Oh man, you went Kanye.
Why?
Oh, I'm gonna do a Kanye one now.
Alright.
After yours.
In the evening, I hear others gossip, and the tale in which they tell is very dismal. Somewhere along a man's life journey, he lost his sense of self to a woman whom we, the audience, must perceive as being very uncaring. How could you, unspecified woman, be so uncaring? Oh, unspecified woman, how could you be so uncaring?
How could she?
Oh, unspecified woman, how could you be so emotionally cold and distant as a stark winter breeze? But I want you to remember that you are speaking to me, and that you need to carefully consider your verbiage when you are speaking to me. I mean, we have been through a lot of events together, and we have engaged in a lot of events together. And I want you to be aware that I am aware of some events or anecdotes that you did not directly tell me.
Uh-oh.
And I am also aware that you are aware that I have engaged in some actions that reflect upon my old life persuasion. That does not reflect me currently.
Ooh, support of the male singer.
And now I believe that you seek vendetta against me. So you are going to carry yourself like you do not care nor wish to be aware of my presence.
You say this kind of like Christopher Walken. Not care, wish, be part of my presence.
You have found a new friend, but I want you to know that I am re-engaging with my staple friends. But in the end of the day, it is still very lonely. In the evening, I hear people gossip. The very dreary story. Somewhere along a man's life, he has lost his sense of self to a woman who is emotionally distant. Oh, unspecified woman, how could you be so emotionally distant? Oh, unspecified woman, how could you be so emotionally distant?
Very nice.
Oh, unspecified woman, how could you be so relatable to the titular character Dr. Evil, that you are causing me to act in a way that I do not recognize in myself. I decided that I would sever ties directly and not speak to you. But, alas, I am up till 3 a.m. on the phone conversing with you. Why does this unspecified woman have to be so upset at me? To whom I assume is a friend. Good friend, I do not know. She is both distant and very personal at the same time. However, this emotional turbulence will not stop me, and I will continue to act as if things are not amiss. Because I am already aware how this emotional contest proceeds. You will go to your friends and tell them that you are severing relational ties to me. They will support you and say that they do not recognize much value in me. But in several months' time, you will come to realize that we are highly compatible. In the evening, I hear people gossip. A dreary story, the dreariest story ever told. Somewhere along a man's life, he has lost himself to a woman who is so uncaring. How could you be so uncaring? Oh, how could you be so uncaring? After much and much useless dialogue, insert affectionate word, baby. Let us discontinue. All these other people whom wish to direct us in our relationship do not understand what we have been through together and do not understand the dynamic of our relationship. So, I have begun to turn over a new leaf. However, you do not take this new direction with much consideration and will continue to hate me. So at this moment, we will continue to be adversaries. I know that you are incapable of belief that I could leave this relationship in a less than amenable way. Amenable, whatever the word is.
Amiable?
Amiable, thank you. Less than amiable way. And that you cannot repair this situation. Therefore, I am going to venture into the evening alone. And then repeat the chorus.
I think I'm gonna do a Kanye one.
Oh, Kanye, why is your life so hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah!
This is a song hereto referred as Can't Tell Me Anything. The other night, I had a dream that I could actually purchase a ticket to the pearly gates. When I woke up, I spent that same amount of money on a necklace I saw. I told God, this is back in the dream, I told God, you know, wait a second, okay, I'll be back. Now back to normal life. I'm all over the place today. You know, it's really difficult in these changing times to not act reckless with one's behavior. I remember a wise man once said, "To whom much is given, much is tested." I think I said that. You know, it took me a few times of getting arrested by the police to understand that message. I feel a lot of pressure lately, and like I'm under quite a bit of scrutiny from my peers. And what do? I mean, I just act more, you know, obnoxiously in front of said peers. You know, like the other day I bought more, you know, jewelry to wear. Louis Vuitton. You know, some people say that I guess your mother wasn't able to get through to you as a child. And I say, listen, I got lots of drama in my life. People are currently filing lawsuits against me. I'm on television programs, and I'm talking to it just like it's you and me, right now. And I'm just expressing, you know, how I'm feeling at this given moment. I am not one of the Cosbys. And I am not going to Hillman.
What?
Shut up, it makes sense. You know, you'd think that money would have improved my situation, but it hasn't. I guess I should have remembered where I came from. When people are talking to me, you know what I'm saying to them? I'm going, la, 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 wait till I get my next paycheck.
Are you sure that's a line from the song, or that's just a you?
La, 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 then you can't tell me anything, correct? Excuse me? I say. Oh, were you saying something to me? And they go, and right as they're about to talk, I go, whoa, 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 I'm gonna let you finish. But I say, no. You can't tell me anything. Can't tell me nothing.
There's nothing, no wisdom you can aspire.
There is no further wisdom you can impart. I opened up the doors that people will usually kill themselves trying to get through. I try to tell people, look, I'm just living my life, man. You are welcome to live yours accordingly. I know that Jesus Christ gave his life for us. But listen, I can't even tell you who decides the wars. So, in regards to that, metaphorically speaking, of course, I parallel double parked. Are you following me?
I am following.
I parked motherfucking sideways. All these old people keep talking to me and they're like, back in my day. But But I interrupt that old guy who was saying that to me, and I say, "Excuse me, sir, this is now my life. You had your chance." Someone says, "Hey, your class started 2 hours ago." I go, "Oh, am I late?" And then I tell them, "Psych, I don't even go here. I already graduated."
Once again, is this the song or just you?
This is both. I'm under the impression that anybody can live through anything, especially considering that Magic Johnson has survived due to his AIDS. They say I talk with, a lot of bravado and emphasis. But I just say that they don't have the mental constitution to withstand it. I always advise people, don't adjust your face with collagen injections, because it's not about what your face looks like. And then something else. Yeah, the rest of it doesn't make sense.
Alright, I think I got it in me. One more.
Wait till I get my next paycheck.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more. We've been going for almost an hour and 10 minutes. Because we are the kings of wasting time.
We are the kings of wasting time. Really.
When's the potatoes and stuff going to be done?
About 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, for now?
Yeah. About like 9:15.
Communism? We're having chicken and potatoes. Why? Because fuck longevity.
Alright, you ready?
I don't know. If you're seeing this video, give it a like and thumbs up. Subscribe to The Walking David. Anyway, go ahead.
Resent the public authority, for I am coming straight from the lower, less reputable end of society. A young African American has it very poorly because of their skin color. And because of this skin color, the public authority believe themselves to have the authorization to kill a member of the minority.
Ugh.
I resent that, for I am not the one who has committed a crime. And I resent the upstart individual who wields merely a badge and a firearm. By the authorities, this is an important note, have committed battery upon my person and thrown me into a correctional facility.
No.
But I believe the more reputable method would be for us to settle our disputes in an equal bout in the central position, the middle ground of a cell block. For I theorize that I am only receiving harassment while in my teenage years. For all the authorities wield is a tiny bit of artificial gold and a pager device. They are searching my car, looking for illegal narcotics. For they believe that every African American male is dealing in the narcotics trade. For they would rather I be incarcerated than witness the sight of me in a luxury automobile.
Bastards.
I believe the proper outlet is to, in some way, physically attack the police out of this current condition. And when I am finished physically engaging with the police, I will suggest recreating the trappings of a crime scene, for this physical combat will much resemble a slaughter.
Very nice.
I am still getting very muscular off of the very limited prison sustenance of bread and water. I don't know if they are homosexuals or anything else, for when they search me, they tend to seize my private area.
What's up, Draco Wolf 80? How are you doing?
Conversely, without a firearm, they cannot receive any form of sexual intercourse.
John who? Which John? Which John? The camera's over here, but I'm looking at myself. Oh, what's up, man? Yep, we're in the middle. We're finishing up our live stream.
A dramatic reading.
We are doing dramatic white person renderings of rap lyrics.
Of Fuck the Police.
Yes, Fuck the Police by Negras Wythe Attitude.
Do not be fooled by a police officer's skin color, whether it be black or white, because they will still very aggressively lower you to the ground. And I believe that it is unethical for African American police officers to aid Caucasian police officers because of said injustices. I, Ice Cube, will metaphorically swarm on any police officer or person whom I believe to be a member of law enforcement. Just because I am from the lower income area that I was born in, I believe this makes law enforcement officers afraid of me, as I have lived in a dangerous area. I am a young African American on an aggressive campaign, and when I am finished, there will be much carnage in my wake. Of police officers perishing in Los Angeles. My friend, Dre, I do have something to say. Resent the police. Resent the police. Resent the police. Resent the police.
Wait, what, the police?
Resent the police. And that's as far as I'm going to go.
That's good. Well, Alec and I hope that you guys enjoyed our renderings,
They didn't.
our versions of that. Let me see. Hey, my roommate and I are moving to a new place soon and may have a house warming get-together sometime when we actually have a fridge. I'll keep you updated. Well, that sounds very interesting. Please do. Not via live stream, but definitely text me. But yes, But I, David Grayson of The Walking Dead, David, I almost said The Walking Dead, of The Walking David, and Alec Brown of Brown.
I'm the wrong David of the.
And Alec, my best friend, and of Browncast Ultra, another YouTube channel that you can see me on, and that he and his brother Kyle, the other best friend, make stuff on. Check it out. But we are done for the night. We are going to go eat, and hope you all have a good rest of your evening, okay? Alright. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to The Walking David, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace, everybody.